Hi, good morning, everybody. How are you? Today, our second day of school here in Toronto. Thank you to my guest today. Sorry, I'm mixing Spanish and English, but today I'm very happy because my guest today is somebody that I admire. I know her for a couple of years. She's a person that I met her at the Macaulay Center in a course for advocacy parents, and since then we became close friends, and we never lose touch. We did together a course at the Ryerson University at the Hub. And from there, I think our career start building up until what is today. She's Ingrid Palmer. She is a person, a woman living with a vision impairment. And this never stopped her. I think this is her superpower, and I'm very happy that she is with me today and with you because she's a person that when you hear her speak, you like yourself. She speaks beautiful. She touch those things that you never want to speak, that you don't know how to say. She has the correct words. Ingrid, welcome to Mamás Latinas here in Ahora, Canada.
Thank you so much, Miriam. I am so glad to be here with you. And I think we've known each other for about 7 years, way more than a couple.
7 years, and I want to say that even that Ingrid doesn't speak Spanish, she helped in the 2 or 3 events the Mamás Latinas in Canada held in the past. So Ingrid was here with the Macaulay Center, also with Stephanie. So I thank you now in public for that support.
Absolutely. So happy to support you in everything that you're doing, Miriam. You are a powerhouse. I love what you're doing and how much your business has grown. I'm so happy for you and glad to support in any way and know that you are also here for me. So, absolutely.
And thank you, Ingrid. And I want to ask you, what challenges do you have as a person with a vision impairment?
Yes, thank you for asking that, Miriam. So I came here to Canada when I was 3 years old. So I've been here for a very long time, totally grew up here. But when I was little, I didn't know that I had a problem seeing. I thought that the way that I saw was how everybody saw. So I was bumping into things. I was, not able to walk around very well. And when my mom would ask me, "Can you see?" I would always say yes because, I wasn't totally blind and I didn't know that I wasn't seeing properly. So I would always say, "Yes, I can see." And so it wasn't until maybe I was in grade three, my teacher insisted that my mom take me to get glasses, which she did, but I still had problems. Still bumping into things, still have difficulty like in the dark at nighttime. And so when I was 14 years old, I found out that I had a rare disease that only affects about 1 in 4,000 births. And this was something that was going to make me continue to lose my vision throughout my whole life. So I had to really push through a lot of barriers. When you have a disability, a lot of times people treat you like you're not smart, that you can't do anything, even, but really you just have to do things maybe differently. And I went into foster care when I was a teenager, so that was difficult as well. And then going through school, not being accommodated. But I did finish school and I went to college and I went to university, but it was a lot of work. I had to be kind to myself and say, okay, you can't keep up with everybody else, but you can still do it. You just have to do it slower. So I had to become okay with doing things differently, because before I would really want to be the same as everybody else. I didn't want to have to do things differently, but eventually, as my vision continued to go down, I had to accept that I had to do things differently, but that it was okay, and not to, be disappointed with myself because I wasn't doing things the same. So that's something that I like to encourage people to know, that it's okay to be different and to do things differently, that we don't all have to be the same. Society tells us all the time that we have to be the same and we have to do things the same, but we don't. It's okay to do things differently and to be kind to ourselves and to do things in the way that's best for us.
And I like what you said, to make things different, because even everybody knows it's different, but having a disability, you need to know that more. And my next question was, how do you overcome the paradigm of disability? And kind of you answered that question in the answer, but I want to know what happened when you have kids, because you have kids. How that affects you, your ability, or how the people um, react to you when you said, I am a mom, and they know you can see, and how people respond to that, and how you overcome that?
Yeah, yeah, there are a lot actually. It's really interesting because according to the University of Toronto that did a study, the rate of women with disabilities having children is exactly the same as women without disabilities, but still we get treated far differently, or like as if we don't exist. So even in the beginning, when women with disabilities are considering to become a mom, you face a lot of discouragement. A lot of people will say, "Oh no, you can't do it. Why would you want to do that?" So it can be really difficult, but we have the right to be parents and to do what we want. But I found, even like when I was pregnant with my first child, the doctor tried to convince me to have an abortion, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I have three kids. I have three kids in total, but you do face a lot of barriers with each one of my children in the hospital. They watch you like a hawk, and they are ready to take your child away from you if they feel that you can't handle it, or they see that you don't have people around you to help you. So I had to go through that with each one of my kids. But by the time I had my third, I didn't care. I knew what to do. I knew I could be a good mom. So I wasn't nervous, even though I knew they were watching me and taking notes and asking questions. But a lot of people with disabilities have those fear, and a lot of moms with disabilities have their kids taken away by Children's Aid, because instead of helping them, supporting them, they take them. But I mean, they'd say, "Are you allowed to be outside alone with your kids?" And I'd be like, yeah. It's like, it was funny because in one hand I would think, okay, that's so good that the public is being mindful and looking out for children and making sure that they're safe. But on the other hand, I'd be like, you mind your own business. Like, who are you to come to me and ask me, question me about taking care of my children? And of course, depending on what your disability is, you have to do things differently. For me, I would do things like I would dress my children when they were small in like the brightest colors or the most like unusual clothing, because that would help me to pick them out of the other kids and to keep an eye on them. Or like my youngest daughter, I went to the Asian store and they have these shoes that squeak when you walk. They make like a loud noise. So I would always dress her in those shoes. And then when I went to the store, because you know how kids, when you go to the store, they like to hide, right? They like to hide in the clothes, they like to run. So she would try to hide from me, but I could hear her squeak, 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 squeak. That's how the sound would be when she was trying to run. So I would just follow the sound. So you have to learn tricks and be creative, but really, it's no different from any parent. Some of us are better at some things than they are at others, and we need support in one way then we do it another way. But when you have a disability, you're looked down upon for that. When you don't have a disability and you say, "Oh, I'm tired, I feel overwhelmed," people are like encouraging. If you have a disability and you say that, they say, "Oh, you see, you can't handle it." Really unfair.
It's,
Everybody needs support.
and I think that's a big part. Sorry, my own voice. And I think I want to say something that you said. When your third child was born, you said, "Bring it on." And I like that of you because you said, "I'm prepared, I'm strong, I'm independent, I am a grown up woman that I have kids and I can
Yeah.
handle it." And I think that's something that everybody needs to, if you have disabilities or not, take it from Ingrid. Take it and encourage
Yeah.
that. Bring it on. I am a grown up and I know how to handle it. And I want to
Absolutely.
acknowledge that part that you said that everybody needs support if you have
Yeah.
disabilities or not. If you know someone that have a disability, please don't make it feel like that. Instead, say, "How can I support you the same way that you do a other person?" Because she's a person and she knows how to handle her disability. In this case, Ingrid found those shoes, and I love that. I'm going to keep that in mind. Also, Ingrid, I know that you start your own speaking career. So now you are a speaker, and you are having soon a competition that I just read online on social media. But how did you start this career? How that start?
You know what? My friend, one of my friends, another mom in the same group we were at, Miriam at Macaulay, she told me about this speaking company online that has competitions. She was always telling me about it and that I should go and do it. And I was really nervous. I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm sure if I want to do that." I looked at it, but I was really nervous to participate. But when the pandemic hit, they moved their company all online, and they started having online competitions. And then I thought, "Oh, maybe I can do it this way," because I wasn't so nervous to do it online than to do it on the stage. So I actually started in the pandemic. I entered a contest online at Speaker Slam, and the theme was on kindness. And I did it about being kind to people with disabilities. And yeah, and ever since then, I've been competing. It's been a lot of fun, but it really built my confidence also in speaking. So I'm not nervous now to speak on stage or to speak online. But that's how I got started during the pandemic. I just went for it and been participating in their speaking competitions. And yeah, I have another one coming up soon.
I'm looking at that right now, and it's a competition speaking slam of the theme of impact. And I
Hmm.
like the title, and it's on September 12th. So if you want to go and check Ingrid on her social media, it's focused on
Focus
visibility.
on ability. Hmm.
Sorry, my English sometimes get mixed up there, but I think you should go and check Ingrid because Ingrid, as I just said when I present her, she have a very nice way to say things that she's going to shake you, but in a good way. She's going to say, when you finish hearing her, you are going to say, "Oh my God, I can do this. Oh my God, now I see the world different." And I know you have also a big book that you wrote with other co-authors, that other people there. Talk about this book. How did you cook this book?
Okay, this is what is so beautiful about the Speaker Slam family. It's really beautiful ever since I joined this community of speakers. I really found other people that are so caring and warm and supportive. And I've never seen no, maybe it reminds me of our group at Macaulay. It was the same type of thing where we're all doing our own thing, but we support one another. Like that's the exact same as Speaker Slam. So one of our members, she actually won last year. She became the Inspirational Speaker of the Year for 2021. And you know, when you win prizes. And one of the prizes that she won was she could publish a book. And instead of doing the book all by herself, which she could have, she wanted to include other people from Speaker Slam who she said actually inspired her. And so she invited 13 of us to write a chapter each in this book so that we each have a chapter. So there's 14 of us, including her, so that's 14. And we each took one of our award-winning speeches and you know, grew it out into a short story. And so the collection is called Our Yellow Brick Road. And we launched it on August 16th, and it's already number one bestseller in the category of speaking on Amazon. So we're very proud of that. It's a great book, a great collection of different inspiring stories that will really encourage you in a variety of ways. So it's available on Amazon for $19.99, and yeah, it's a really good book. Make a really great gift as well.
I think I need to give this gift to myself. I think I need to give this gift to myself. And next time when I have you here, we are going to talk about your book. Because I think your
Sure.
book and the other ones, and maybe we can invite some other people that did this
Yeah.
book to have that voice out, because I think listen to people that inspire you is the best that you can do as a woman, as a parent, as a person that living here in Canada, and you want to make the difference in your own life and in the life of other people. And if you're a mom, for sure you want to make a difference in your kids' life and speaking people that inspire you. That I know Ingrid will do that. It's good to listen to this and read this kind of book. Ingrid, I know you have a poem. Do you have it on hand?
I do. It's actually my poem that I'm going to be entering for the Impact competition. So it's like you guys will be getting a sneak peek, the first to hear it, because I haven't even debuted it yet.
Can you tell us something about that poem?
Okay, I really always wanted to write something as a tribute to my husband. We've been married, actually, our anniversary is on Saturday. We'll have been married for 22 years, and we were together for 24 years. And when I met my husband, actually, I had just gotten out of an abusive relationship. My ex, I had found out that he was cheating on me. And when I confronted him, he threw a pot of boiling water on me. So I got burned. And I met my husband about 3 weeks after that happened. And so this poem, the theme of impact, I wanted to talk about the impact that his love had on me. So that's my story, and I decided to write it as like a poetry, as a poem. So that's my contribution. That's my tribute to my husband. This poem.
I love it. Even without hearing the poem, I'm already in love, and I know you are going to win this competition. And Ingrid, please let us know: can we buy tickets? How can we go and hear you in this competition?
Okay, well, the first part of the competition, there's about, I think, 100 of us who've entered. So next Monday, all of us, like, we had to video because this competition is online. So we all had to video our speech, 4.5 minutes. You can't be longer than 4 minutes, 30 seconds. And every one of us is going to post it on social media on Monday. And then you have some people at Speaker Slam who are going to be listening to all these videos, and they're going to decide who is their top nine that's going to move into the finals. And the 10th place is going to go to whoever has the most interactions on social media. So when we post it on our Facebook, on Instagram, however much people will press like or write a comment, whoever gets the most interactions will get that 10th spot. And then those top 10 will be in the finals, and then there'll be judges watching. The finals will be the following week, so on I think the 21st. And at that one, anybody you can attend. I can share the link with Miriam to get the tickets, and at that one, that competition will be judged, and then there'll be the top three winners from there. So right now, I just want to make sure that I get in the top 10. So I'm going to post this video of me saying this poem on Monday, and then I'm going to hope that either that I get selected in the top 9 to be in, or I get the most interactions and I get that 10th spot
So,
so that I can
ladies
move
and
on.
gentlemen,
Yeah.
we have a big homework here. We have a big homework here. So on Monday, everybody, I want you to invite you to go to Ingrid platform and share it and like it and comment, because we want her to be in the top 10 to be able
Yeah.
to see her in this competition. So we have a big homework this coming Monday. So we are going to put the link for her social media on the comments below for you to go and check it out. Because if only with what she said, we are in love already. Imagine when she read this poem and she posted online. It's going to be amazing. And please, let's support other women. Let's support people with disabilities, without disabilities. Let's support each one. And I also know, Ingrid, that you are working in a very nice place that is supporting women.
I really want to talk to you about this place. I work at an organization called Up with Women. And Up with Women, I'll tell you a little bit about the founder of this organization. When she was a teenager, she was homeless and she was living in a shelter. And she said she used to think, oh, nobody ever comes back here to say, oh, I'm successful, I made it. The only people who come back are those who maybe didn't make it. So she said she vowed to herself, I'm going to do something good with my life, and then I'm going to go back to the shelter and show people that you can overcome this. You can do something good with your life. So when she left the shelter, she was on social assistance for a while, and then eventually she got a job in the tech field, and she did very well. She climbed the ladder. It took her about 10 years, but she was making about over $200,000. And then she went on the media. She remembered her promise, and she went on the media and did a story to talk to women who are living in shelters about how you can do it, don't give up, you can make a success of your life. And when her boss saw that, he was like, wow. And so then he gave her a coach, and she it was such a great experience for her. But she said to herself, why am I getting a coach now when I'm successful? I could have used a coach when I needed it, like when I wasn't doing so well, like in my life, and I needed help. So she quit her job, and she founded this business, Up with Women, and that's what she does. She pairs women, low income women, with a coach for a year. And we know that coaching services are usually like several $100s. But these coaches are all ICF certified coaches. You have to be a coach there. And they donate their services to one woman for a year. So you get 2 hours of coaching free a month for a year. So you can either do 1 hour every 2 weeks, or you can do half an hour every week. And we've had incredible success. I actually was a client of theirs when the pandemic hit. One of our other members from PAL that Miriam and I were friends with, she told me about this, and I applied, and I went through the coaching program, and that's how I got a full-time job. And then I transitioned off of social assistance. And then after I did that job for a year, and then Up with Women also hired me. So I am so passionate about telling women about this organization. They don't count your husband's income. Even if you're married or you're in a partner and they have a job, they're not going to combine that with yours and then say, oh, you make too much money. No, they only count yours. And even if they look at your situation, like how much children you have, like depending on your money, because maybe if you make $40,000, but you have two or three kids, the rent is so high, they're still going to count you. Even though the government would say, "Oh no, that's not a low-income person," Upward Women is going to say, "No, that's a stretch for that person." So I would encourage anybody who's interested in getting coaching and working on your goals, whether it's to go back to school, whether it's to change your career, or even if it is to about maybe gaining confidence in some way. Upward Women is here to help you. So you can apply to our organization, and um, they have a really good system for matching you with your coaches. It's not just like, oh, you applied, we'll just put you with this coach. No, you have to take these personality quizzes, and the coaches take them too. And they match you with the right person for you. They don't just say, oh, you go with this person. We really work really hard to get you to the right person so that you can get along, because you're going to be with this person for a year. And then they also have other services, workshops that they offer that you can sign up for if you want to. We bring in other organizations to teach about finance, to teach about, entrepreneurship, or to teach about things that our clients are interested in. So it's really an organization that I'm passionate about because, having heard my story and know that how much adversity we face in society, I'm really passionate about helping other women to receive whatever resources they need to improve their lives. So I believe I shared the link with Miriam already. If I didn't, I will. And I would
Well,
encourage
I have it
everyone
with
to have.
me. I have it
Okay.
with me. And I also want to say that I saw Ingrid video in the page on Facebook talking about this service, and when I hear her, I was like, wow, I want that. So, and I love what Ingrid just said, that they don't combine your income with your husband. So please go and check it out, check it and apply if you want to make something different from your life, if you are looking for a change, if you don't know how to start. I think this is a good point to start, and then we will see where the life takes you. Maybe they take you where Ingrid's life is now, living what she's loving to do. Ingrid, time is getting cut here, is over. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing all this experience, all this life with us, because I think I'm feeling very happy. I'm very empowered right now, and I think most of our audience is going to feel like that. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
And I think maybe we will invite you again. We will chat to see, because it's too much to talk in such a small time. So thank you so much to everybody. Please share this video because it's a lot of information in this half an hour. We talk about empowerment, speaker, coaching, how to overcome disability. So it's a lot of information in this 30 minutes of your life. Share it, because I know someone can benefit for this information. Share it because we are here to help. This is Mamás Latinas, and I will see you next Thursday with other guests here in home with Aura Canada. Thank you, Ingrid.
Thank you, everyone.